and hijack your tripod over here, Brian.
Yep.
How's that?
That works.
Is that good?
Yeah.
You need it.
All right, awesome. So who's excited to be here? Yeah. Who's in sales? Come on, let's get up. Let's fix the energy. Let's stand
Thank
up.
you.
Let's stand
That's
up. Let's
right.
stretch.
That's right. Told you we need to do some jumping jacks, baby.
Cool. I'm glad
All right,
somebody else did.
come on, come on. Stretch it out. Come on. Shake
Some
it.
yoga, some down dog, up dog, some cat and cow. Come on, guys.
Yeah. There we go. Awesome. So who in here is in sales? Everyone, right?
Relationship building, baby.
Boom.
Awesome. And I just sold y'all on standing up and acting a fool. So we're all in sales and yeah, y'all can sit down. And how did I do that? How did I sell y'all on standing up, shaking, stretching, everything?
Stretching sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
Visual.
Yeah, and
You're at the top of the top.
I'm at the top of the table. And just like I'm here today, we've been trained through TV and news stations and everyone that we see on the screen that they're an authority. So the weatherman's going to tell us what the weather's about. The newsman's going to tell us what's going on in the community. The president comes on the TV. All these authority people that we've seen on TV over the years have ingrained that in everyone's mind. So think about that whenever you're using social media and you're there talking to someone, you're automatically becoming an authority status to that person. And whenever we're doing that, we're creating our own cable television show. So has anyone ever watched a cable television channel that only plays commercials? No one, right? And you wouldn't watch it. And how many people constantly only post about their business on social media? Any of you? Awesome.
Yeah,
So just to hone that in is whenever you're posting on social media, you don't want it to always be about your business. You want it, whenever I'm watching like an AMC movie, I'm not watching, 30 minutes of commercials to watch 5 minutes of the movie. I'm getting 20 minutes, 30 minutes of the movie before the commercials come on. So we're going to use that same rule. It's called the 80-20 rule. And 80% of our content is going to be value that we're going to give to people. It's going to be something that we're sharing in our life, something that's entertaining, some kind of story that we're going to be sharing with people. 20% is going to be about our business. So a story talking about sales, I've been in sales since I was 15 or 16 years old. And I got into sales not because I thought it was something cool to do. I got into sales because whenever I was 15, I found out that my girlfriend was pregnant with my first son. And I turned 16 in July. I had my first son that October and was married in February. So I got into sales to support my family because I knew it was something that I could do that would supply enough income that I could finish high school. And I ended up graduating behind my wife at the time. And the story that I was telling myself while I was doing sales and I was doing really good at, I was supplying everything that my family needed, was that, I can do this, I got this, I got a family at home, and that was the story that I was telling myself, just like Brian was talking about stories earlier. So that was the story that I was telling myself. And the story that we tell ourselves is, it really, it can really have an effect on our business. Because fast forward 9 or 10 years, I go through a divorce. And the story that I'm telling myself now is, I'm a failure. And I get depressed. And you know what happens to my business? It tanks. Okay, and the only thing that changed was the story that I told myself internally. So whenever you tell yourself that you can't post on social media, you can't talk to people, it's just a story that you're telling yourself. Imagine whenever we first learned to ride a bicycle. We were riding, we fell over. Our parents didn't come up to us and say, well, you know what? You're a faller. You're always going to be a faller. Just let's take the bicycle back. No, they wouldn't do that. They came, they helped you up, and they said, try again, do it again, do it again. And that's what we got to do. I don't know what something changes in our brain when, we mess up in our adulthood life that makes us think that we're a failure and we're always going to be a failure, because it's just a failure. That doesn't make us a failure. So just like the story that we tell ourselves has to change internally, the story that we tell people as well. Just like I told you a story here now, that is the perfect blueprint for sharing a story online. Because what I did is I took an experience that I had in life. I shared that experience with you, and I extracted a lesson. I extracted the lesson, and I taught and educated you on how you can overcome that problem in your life. And that was simply just changing the internal story that you have. And I threw a metaphor in there. That metaphor was whenever you're learning to ride a bike, anyone can relate to that. So whenever you're sharing on social media, use this blueprint and use stories and experiences that you have in life and share that with people. Not only does that get people engaged and entertained, but it also sets an anchor in their mind, because now I'm letting you into my world. Now I'm being vulnerable. Now I am being completely transparent, and I'm a real person just like you. I've had bumps along the way, and now you can relate with me. And whenever you know me like that, you start to like me because I'm relating with you, and you start to trust me. And who do people do business with?
People they trust.
People they know, like, and trust. So I can tell you all the social media tricks in the world, but the number one is it's there to build relationships with people. So if we're there to build relationships with people and help people, then we want to help the most people that we can. And that's where I want to go over the foundation of the way Facebook works. So Facebook has three main components in the algorithm. They used to call it EdgeRank. You can probably still find like a Wikipedia page about EdgeRank. But there's three main things that the algorithm have. The first one being weight. All right, so weight. Every post that you do on social media has invisible weight. There's.
Can you spell that EdgeRank then?
Yeah, EdgeRank.
Oh, EdgeRank.
Yeah. So, EdgeRank. This marker's awful. Next. So, every post that you do on social media has something called weight. Weight is dependent on what type of post it is. Right now, live videos hold the most weight organically by themselves. So if you're doing a live video, it's going to be shown to more people. If you share a YouTube video, Facebook doesn't like it, and you're lucky to get 1 or 2 likes. So don't share YouTube videos. Right now they're competing with Twitter. Twitter is 240 characters or less. So if you're doing 240 characters or less on Facebook right now, it's going to have more weight because they want you using their platform more than you're using Twitter. And then you have videos in general, photos, they're going to hold the most weight by themselves. Now, another way to add weight to that is if I click the like button. That's going to add a little bit of weight. But the weight is dependent on the amount of effort that it takes me to engage with this post. So if I just like it, it's just a little bit of weight. If I take the time to make a heart or a smiley face or a laughy face or whatever it is, that's a little bit more effort, so it's a little bit more weight. But if I can get someone to comment on my post and write a sentence or something, that's going to add a lot more weight on the post. It's going to make it more relevant, and it's going to be shown to more people. There's also things you can share the post, which now I have to create my own post, so that takes a lot of effort. It's going to be shown to more people. There's also invisible weight on post. So if you have a link on your post and people are clicking it, you can't see that weight unless you have Bitly. So you should look up Bitly, Bitly. and that will track the clicks that you're getting. There we go. That will actually track the clicks that you're getting on the links that you're sharing on social media, but it's also going to add weight to that post, and it's going to be shown to more people, even though you can't see it. If you write a long essay like I like to do in the mornings, and you have to click read more, if you click read more, that adds weight to the post. So any type of engagement that you can get on that post is going to boost it, and it's going to be shown to more people because it's relevant. And the intention of Facebook is to get people engaged, to get people using the platform, because if you notice, every 2 or 3 posts there's an advertisement, and that's how they pay their bills. They're showing those advertisements to you, so they want to keep you engaged with things that you like to see. So if you're engaging with drama on Facebook, you're going to see more drama. If you're engaging with political stuff, you're going to see more political stuff. If you're engaging with inspirational stuff, you're going to see more inspirational stuff. So you can control what you see on Facebook. The second thing is affinity. And what affinity is if I am consistently liking Seth's stuff and commenting on his stuff, I'm going to see more of his stuff pop into my newsfeed. If I am in a group and I'm engaging in that group, I'm going to start seeing that group pop up into my newsfeed, especially now the way the algorithm's changed, and I'll get to that. If I am sending direct messages to Daniel, I'm going to start popping up in his newsfeed now because we're communicating through Messenger. And that's what affinity is. It creates, basically, it pulls y'all together because it knows y'all are going to engage together, and it's going to keep you into the platform.
Is there any truth to the myth or rumor that just by you and I being in the same room, we'll see more of each other's stuff?
Haven't heard that one. That's creepy.
Because your phones ping locations.
Well, I do know that you can set up
Surprise me.
like geo tracking. So I could drop a pin on this building right now, and everyone that walks into it, I can retarget them with ads because I know they've been here. They've been at this particular spot. And then time decay. These posts don't stay in the feed forever. And the reason they don't stay in the feed forever is because they lose engagement, and the quicker they lose engagement, the quicker they're put off. So you have 60 seconds to start getting engagement on your post before it becomes non-relevant. Every 60 seconds, depending on how much engagement it's getting, is how many people it's going to be shown to before it's put off, because it's not relevant, no one's engaging with it, so they don't want it in the newsfeed. They want you engaged. So that's the basic algorithm of, go ahead.
I mean, I realize this sounds special, but because they're out there. But everybody who likes and comments their own post, I mean, is that 60-second engagement, or they like somebody else?
No, that is a desperate attempt to get engagement.
It happens at the second.
It doesn't add any weight to the post. It doesn't help.
So we need to just text our friends and go, hey, I'm going to play something.
Yeah,
Tell me if you're
exactly.
like,
Well, actually, that
Absolutely.
leads me to a question. What's the best time of the day to post?
Right.
Getting there. That's actually
you see that on your own.
actually next. So if we know how the algorithm works, we want to make sure people are engaged. So we want to know when to post. Great question. Do you want to write?
I don't have as good a handwriting as you, but I can.
It's cool. So from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m., we call these the early riser. And these are people that are either getting up to go to the gym, they're getting up to get ready for work, they're getting ready to get the kids ready for school, and the first thing they're doing is they're hopping on their phone, they're scrolling through their newsfeed. So from 5 to 8 a.m., you can catch the early riser. The next one is 9 a.m. to 11. And that is either,
These are realtors.
that's either a W-2 employee who doesn't want to work or a stay-at-home mom. That is the biggest time for stay-at-home moms for some reason. They're hopping on social media. I guess they've got the kids entertained. They're watching their movie or whatever it is, and now they're scrolling through Facebook. And then from 11 to 2, you have the foodie. Because, God forbid, I leave my job, I go out to eat, and I'm standing in line around all these people. God forbid I have to talk to one of those people. I'm here until I get to the checkout line, right? So, or I'm sitting at the table by myself and I don't want to seem creepy, so I'm just scrolling through my feed. All right, so that's your foodie. Next one from 2 to 5, or really 3 to 5. And that is your employee as well. They've finished their work for the day. It's about 4 o'clock. They've done what they need to do. Let's see what's going on Facebook right now before I leave work. After that, you have the end of day, which is 5 or 6 to 10 p.m. And that's just the end of day scroller. I'm either scrolling in my car before I have to go in and take care of the family, cook dinner, all that, or I am sitting there bored with nothing to do at home, scrolling my news feed. You have no friends, no family. You're sitting there all alone scrolling Facebook, seeing what everyone else is up to. And then we have the late night, which is kind of a bonus section, and that's after 11. And we all know that nothing good happens after 11 on the internet. But that is the late night. If they're not going on sites they shouldn't be, then they're scrolling Facebook. And one thing I like to do that late that gets good engagement, I track the traffic that's going to my real estate website. What I'll do is I'll find a nice house on Wrightsville Beach. I'll make a post and say, man, bored, can't sleep, me too. Just checking out these awesome houses. And you know what? People click the link and they check out those nice houses, and now you're tracking them through your website. So it's a good way to get engagement. Share a house late at night because they're not doing anything else. So those are kind of the best times to get engagement.
Justin,
Mm-hmm.
have you done research to figure out like which one has the most percentage of people searching at that time? You know, like
Which time?
which one
Demographics?
is- yeah, like 3 to 5 is like 50%. You know, like have you done
It
that?
depends on who you want to talk to.
Like age, then you get into
Like age?
Well, you get into who's your perfect customer. Who do you like doing business with?
Motivated sellers.
What kind of sellers? Selling modular homes, or are they selling beach houses?
I'll list it all.
He's
I don't discriminate.
He's in Deep Brunswick, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of that down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a lot
So
of variety.
anybody in general.
Yeah.
So I would just pick a schedule and stick to it.
Just be consistent.
Yeah, be consistent. Pick the times that you're going to post, and all you need is 2 to 3 good posts a day.
Wait, that one on our schedule that Brian can. Was it? Oh yeah, it was marketing. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's reality.
So we have the foundation of Facebook. We know when to to the post. Now, there's been kind of two big shifts in the algorithm lately. If you noticed, you're seeing a lot more groups in the news feed. That's because Facebook's pushing groups right now. They want everyone into groups and engaging with groups. And there's a huge affinity with groups right now. So if you're in any type of group and you're engaging with it regularly, you're going to see it in your news feed. So there's a really big opportunity to create your own group right now and start driving people into that group. Think of something that would be relevant, or something that, if you're a stay-at-home mom and you want to help other stay-at-home moms, you create a group for stay-at-home moms and help people, share your experience as a stay-at-home mom and what happens in your life, and just help other people that way. And then, you can drop in there every now and then. By the way, I helped this person the other day get into a house. You can share your experiences within that group and start becoming an authority within that group. Also, there's no ads within groups. If you're scrolling through groups, there's no ads.
Yes.
No distractions.
No ads yet.
Yeah.
I don't know if they will.
My daughter's 30, and she said nobody uses Facebook my age. It's on Instagram. There's some of that.
Some of that.
Some people.
Well, how old's your daughter?
She's 33.
33? I'm on Facebook.
Not very proud.
But yeah, there's
Not her age. Her age.
yeah. There's lots of people her age. Yeah.
Left over right.
Yeah.
I think that it's more the like
Y'all
18 to 25 year olds that aren't on Facebook.
Yeah.
They're on Instagram and Snapchat.
Yep. That's the biggest demographic on Instagram, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to get the most engagement in groups right now. So this is one action item: is find 3 to 5 local groups that you can contribute to. Meaning you can go in and you can comment on other people's posts and add value to their life, like their post, help them out.
Aren't groups sometimes closed and you can't?
You can request to join.
Yeah, request to join.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Try getting 5 groups, you said?
yeah,
About
yeah.
5?
About 5.
Okay. 3 to 5.
And there's local groups. One of them y'all can join is ICAG. I know a guy gal. That's something that Seth and I are pushing. It's a networking group here, and you can bring everybody into that. It's a perfect place to share referrals within people and create relationships with vendors and other people within the group. So get into groups, start commenting on people's stuff, adding value, getting to know them, because Facebook is all about building relationships. That's what the whole idea of Facebook is, to build relationships with people and network outside of your normal circle. The next thing is profile, and that's what we've been talking about all day, is this all works on your profile. Your business page doesn't work this way. Facebook said a long time ago that they were going to take the business pages out of the news feed as much. So now, and they've stuck to that, and it's pay to play. If you want to build your business page, you got to pay to play. It's as simple as that. And like I said,
That's a real good point, because I've talked with, I know a lot of you and other people too, like when I'm making these posts on my business page, how come I'm not getting as much engagement as when I post it on my personal page?
yeah,
There you go.
exactly. Yeah.
What if you were to post in your business page and share it on your personal, so it feels a little bit, I don't know.
Because you're not supposed to put business on your personal page. It's one of their rules.
Yeah, I would just, there's a app called Evernote,
Okay.
and you can write your post in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a digital note, and then you can make the post on your business page and make the post on your personal page. I would make it 2 separate.
Two separate posts?
Yeah, I
Really?
wouldn't share it. Yeah.
'Cause we've been sharing it amongst all of our things. You're saying that's not the right way?
I don't think it gets as much engagement.
Okay,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
cool.
What was the note that you just said? Evernote?
Evernote.
Or you can just use your Apple Notes.
Evernote's better. You can use it on any device, and it's free.
These Apple people.
I know, Apple.
I've got one.
I converted 2 years ago. Never been back.
Yeah, I got this guy to convert not long ago.
He did
love my
convert,
Pixel.
but I still appreciate the Apple.
And like I said, we only want 2 to 3 good posts a day. Like if I post an early riser post, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna take a couple hours, and then I'm gonna go back and see what comments I have, and I'm gonna comment back. I'm gonna ask them questions to get them to talk back to me within that post.
You just gotta think of some ideas, because I cannot think of 2 things to post every day. That's a lot of work.
What do you love doing?
Working.
Why not share your journey with working? How? I mean, I'm calling, looking for buyers for these houses. This is what I do on a daily basis for my clients, and just sharing that journey with them. I mean, we have one of the most interesting jobs in the world. Everyone wants to be a realtor. If you talk to 10 people, 9 of them have thought about being a realtor. So they're gonna watch you. They're gonna see what you're doing. And yeah, just finesse those posts throughout the day. And as always, give value away, and stick to that 80-20 rule. And then another big thing on Facebook right now is DMs, the messenger. You can actually go in on your laptop and type in messenger.com, and you'll skip Facebook altogether. It'll go directly to your messenger. And it builds that affinity with people whenever you're messaging them. It also builds a relationship. It's actually how I met this guy. It's actually how I met Brian, is through Facebook Messenger. I met him because anyone that sends me a friend request, I say, thanks for the connect. What made you reach out? And it opens up a conversation. You know, we ended up getting a beer together. He tried to sell me online review and reputation management. I tried to sell him a funnel. And a few weeks later, a couple meetings, it turned into Social Brand Syndicate. So, and Brian, he reached out to me. He said, I like the vibe that you're putting out on social media. Would you like to meet and talk about the real estate biz? Sure. And you know what? Now we have a business relationship, personal relationship. I mean, it opened up avenues, just sending people, talking to them, starting a conversation.
Yeah,
because
it's literally it's really powerful, because that is why I reached out. Now we've opened up already just 2 separate lanes of business. So there's tons of people out there that do social media marketing or digital marketing, but because I was able to kind of see, okay, here's the person behind it, that's the right vibe for what we're looking for. He's a smart guy, he's got the right attitude, all that kind of stuff. It's a big part of the decision. So
exactly. So you're building that relation with people in social media. And what I would challenge you to do is, if you haven't ever talked to the people that are on your Facebook, that are friends with you on your profile, go look at their profile, do like some social reconnaissance, see what they're posting about, and say, hey, I noticed you posted about this, and realize we haven't ever really talked, and start a conversation with that person.
Sounds like a full-time job.
Yeah, well, I mean, would you rather be out there knocking doors, or would you rather be sitting here on your laptop? Well, whenever I'm knocking on the door, I don't know who's going to answer that door.
Or if they have a shotgun, or
Yeah, but whenever I'm doing it on social media, I can see who they're in a relationship with. I can see where they work. I can see what they're posting about, what's going on in their life, and I have something I can talk about. So it's a warm lead rather than a cold lead, because I can start a conversation and build that relationship. Talking about Instagram is more about branding rather than relationships. You're branding yourself. This is who I am. This is what I'm about. If you notice, most people's feed, they have a uniform. They have some kind of idea behind it, like it's black and white, or it's color photos, or it's inspirational quotes, or whatever it may be. brand yourself and also your stories. Like mine is, I do inspiration. I'm a father. I'm a business owner. And those are the things that I share with people. That's what I wanted to be branded as. And that's what I'm sharing on Instagram. And you're going to get the most engagement right now in stories. Stories is bigger than the news feed right now. People are going in here. They're looking at the stories at the top of the page. So if I was to do a story right now and say that, you know, we're in this awesome workshop with EXP and we're sharing a little bit about some social media tips right now and just wanted to show them how to use stories. All right, so I just made a story, but I'm just talking. What's the likelihood that you're going to click and turn on the audio on that? Probably not very likely. So now I want to add a tagline because I need a pattern interrupt whenever I'm going through there. A pattern interrupt just basically breaks you from the mindless scrolling. It catches your attention. So I'm either want to ask them a question or say something that would catch their attention. Like a lot of people, one tagline that works really well with anything is how to get X without having to do Y. How can I get into a house without having to pay any money down? Everyone wants to know that. They want to know how they can get this without having to do that. And that's an awesome pattern interrupt that will catch people's attention. But just add some words to the photo to catch people's attention, to get them engaged, to get them watching your stories. So I'm going to post that now so you can see that it doesn't have to be anything, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real, live, raw. And just share those stories. I recommend 5 to 10 a day. Yeah.
People can
No,
get
that's
tired of
Instagram
it.
stories, and it.
Facebook has stories too, right?
Yeah, if you have it connected to your Facebook, it'll share it automatically. Yeah, to your Facebook stories.
And the same thing. So if I have a personal Instagram and a business Instagram, I should probably focus mostly on the personal. I'm assuming, and then
You have 2 different ones.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Mine is actually a business profile that I use as a personal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's what they
yeah,
Okay, and that's better to do. So I should delete mine. Okay.
yeah. And another thing you can do, which I forgot to add, is if you would like to learn how to be a part of a workshop like this and take your business to the next level, then shoot me a DM. All right, because we want people in the DMs, because whenever they're talking to us, we can build that relationship with them. And it's also building that affinity, so we're going to start popping up in their newsfeed more. So send them to your DMs. Tell them to send you the DM. The next spot is the newsfeed. I would just do 3 posts a week. You don't have to get crazy with the newsfeed on Instagram. But make sure it's branded and uniform to who you want to be branded as. And again, I've already went over the DMs.
You said 5 stories a day.
Yeah. Yeah. I did one earlier and I did one now. So it's what? 11 o'clock. I only need to do 3 more. It took me, 2 minutes of my time to do that. It's not hard, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, that's shared on my social media right now. So if we know all this about social media, we know when and where people are, and we know how the algorithm works, we can manipulate it.
You said 3 feeds a week.
Yeah, 3 news feeds.
A week.
Yeah, and see how many people you can get to send you DMs. we have a campaign running right now, and we get about 20 DMs a day right now on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm talking to all real estate agents. And then kind of the way Social Brand Syndicate came about, the syndicate name. A syndicate is a group of like-minded people or businesses conspiring together for the same common goal. So if we know how all this works, then we can create our own syndicate and manipulate the Facebook algorithm. Because if I know how the feed works, and let's say I have 3,000 friends, and normally I get, I don't know, let's say we'll do 10% to make it easy numbers, 300 people that see my post. Now, if I have Seth, and he has 2,000 friends, and he gets the same engagement, 200 people, but I say, hey Seth, I'm posting this really awesome post. I'm gonna post it at this time. Will you drop a comment on it? Now I'm getting his engagement on my post, and it's getting shown to more and more people. Now I have Daniel, and he has 4,000 friends, and he's coming on that post. He needs arms, don't he? And now I add in Susie over here. She has 5,000 friends. For some reason, women always have more friends on social media. And now 500 people are seeing that post because of her. And I add another person in there. And they only have 1,000 friends. They don't take baths very often, so they don't have very many friends. But the idea is, if I create a group that are all posting together, working together, like we're all EXP agents here, so why not create a group, a syndicate, where anytime y'all need extra engagement on a post, you can drop it in the group and say, hey guys, we go to this post that I did and drop a comment on it, or you go to this ad that I did and drop a comment on it, because it's adding social proof to that post. It's getting shown to more people, and now people see that social proof. It's just like having a review online. They see other people that have engaged with your post and left a comment on it. No one ever wants to be the first one. So now that other people are doing it, they're more likely to do it. And the more and more that they see that, the more and more likely they are to engage in your post. The higher your edge rank gets, and the more people that it's going to be shown to.
Going back to that 60 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
Say it goes 10, 15 minutes, and then some people start commenting. Does it bring it back to life, or is it dead?
Yep.
So it'll bring it back to life?
Yeah, good question. So the way time decay works is you can actually manipulate that too.
Okay.
Maybe I had...
Let it get organic all the way out, and then get people to start posting on it.
Yep. So I'll ask questions every now and then just to get a lot of engagement. And, 20, 30 comments later, it'll start to die down. And the next day, I'll get Seth or someone else to drop a comment on it. And it resets that time decay, and it starts getting shown to more people, and I get more engagement. So yeah, you can.
Manipulation, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you can definitely do that. I was going somewhere.
Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, any questions? We'll just open up Q&A.
Going back to your time of day, what about 7 days of the week? Is there any thought process on that? I know you would say every day, but for those of us that this isn't, I might check my Facebook once every 2 or 3 days. I'm not on it a lot. Right. So like for me, what if I had to pick 3 days of the week to like put it into my 3 hours of social media a week, what 3 days would you say?
All 7.
All set.
We're getting past that. We're being
Yeah.
realistic here for
So-
people that aren't going to spend
We're-
7 days a week on Facebook.
Work that around your schedule. You control your schedule. You can
Well,
say,
sure,
I know
but
Monday,
So-
Wednesday,
there are better
Friday
days,
is gonna be
though.
the day I do social.
I mean, Saturdays and Sundays, people are at home. They're doing
Okay.
less.
So those
Okay.
Some,
are good,
I mean-
really good days.
yeah, but I would still say every day.
Yeah.
Consistency over the task. It
So I'm
builds-
probably in the minority that I get tired of seeing the same people's stuff over and over again.
So that's where you need to
I
be
do
in,
too.
be intentional with social media
Okay.
rather than being a scroller.
Okay.
All right. So if you're tired of seeing the same people, pick 5 or 10 people out of this room
Okay.
and go to their page and hit follow first.
Okay.
Now you're going to see their stuff in your news feed, and if you start liking and commenting on their stuff, it's going to change your algorithm. You're going to start seeing different people.
Okay.
Just change what you're engaging with. So if I want to build referral partners, and I know a landscape guy or I know a roofer, I can go follow them first and make sure that I comment and like on all their stuff. They're going to start seeing more of my stuff, and then I can shoot them a DM, set up a meeting, and build that relationship that way. And you can share these tips with them, the way they can get more business using social media and get them on the syndicate working together. It's a good way to build referral partners. It's a good way to, if you have a room full of real estate agents that can actually work together, it's a good recruiting tool because, hey, look at the team that we have and look what we're accomplishing.
How do you feel about paid ads for your business page? Is that something you guys do or don't do?
That's what we do.
You do spend money on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that's okay to do along with the personal stuff.
absolutely.
Okay.
And you can even hire us to do it.
Well, that's that's where we're headed, bro. I ain't got time for this. This is your world, baby.
It sounds like a lot of work that we may like to sub out.
So I think like
4-hour work
when I'm
week,
picking
baby.
up on this, because I've never really spent much time actually understanding how it works. Like I'll be in a class and it'll be like, you should post, you should do this, you should do that, but actually understanding how it works and connecting those dots is creating a lot of clarity right now. And so I think what you're really talking about is like, here's the opportunity that you have to use social media at a high level with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for everybody in this room, and you guys know me, like I'm all about get on the phone with people, call them, don't hide behind social media. But this is a complementary tool. This is what can tee up those conversations, and you can spend 5 minutes doing a post versus 5 minutes of calling. You're actually going to reach more people and see who's up for that conversation. So then the calls that you make are also more effective because you start something on there like, dude, let's just jump on the phone. So I love that. It's great.
Yeah.
I think it's worth mapping out your plan. I think if you actually mapped out the plan, like how long does it take to make a post? If that seems intimidating, you're probably overthinking it, like trying to craft the perfect post. If you're just real and like, wow, that was a busy morning, kids were crazy, and running a little late, but hey, we got a job to do today, gonna hit it.
Absolutely.
When I see stuff like that, it's like, I do not care what you're doing today for breakfast.
That was more what I was getting at. Is like I get tired of seeing like I see people that are like posting like you're talking about, and I like block them out.
The
Right.
beach
Like
body.
I don't like it. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But am I in like the minority for that?
Like just 2 to 3 posts a day.
Yeah, that I'm like, get out of my feed. It's too much for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't
sure.
live on social media, but some people. So I'm like asking, am I in the minority as someone that doesn't live on social
I feel
media?
like I feel the same as you, especially with people that are just non-stop, just promoting
Yeah, I can't
every
stand
day.
all those
Look
realtors.
at me, look how wonderful I am. I'm
Well,
like,
that's
I just unfollowed another agent who is just, it's just constant.
Yes.
And it's like,
You got to change your
Look at my
algorithm.
new listing. Look at my new sale. Look at
yeah,
this.
but
Look
not
at me.
even that. Just
Well,
the selfie. It's
yeah,
like, look at how
It
wonderful
would probably-
I am.
it
It's
sounds like
it's
it was-
just, I got sick of it.
That's a good point though. Don't talk about yourself. The number one rule of copywriting is don't talk about yourself. Talk about the person that you're talking to. I want to talk to you, and I want to tell you how I experienced this, and I don't want you to do the same thing. So this is what you should do, and this is how you can do it. I don't want to say, this is what I did, and this is how great I am, because you don't give a shit.
Another happy seller.
Well, and
Yeah.
I think the key there is like we're talking about that 80-20, right?
Yeah.
So it's 20% business, 80% other stuff that your ideal person would be interested in. So the people that you see it too often and you don't like their stuff, you're choosing out of that. That's all right if you're doing this purposeful, because that's not your ideal person. So building the content for people that's not all business related is the important part.
Yeah, and you got to remember, this isn't this isn't you're being everything to everyone, because we can't be everything to everyone, but we can be something to someone.
So when you post personal stuff, you're not talking about like, oh, I went to the store this morning. You're talking about like, hey, check this event out, or like, what do you? Like, I don't understand. You say not to talk about yourself.
Right.
So then, what personal stuff is it about? If it's not about.
We'd probably share a picture of you and a friend at a concert downtown, or just say, pretty much saying, I'm not just an agent, I'm a real person. You know, I do fun stuff. I'm on a snowboarding trip. I'm at a concert. I'm at a
Here's something
fun,
funny
cool
the kids
event.
did.
Yeah. You know, just stuff like that. So they're like, oh, you know, they're not a robot. They are a real person that I can interact with.
Yeah,
Interesting stuff.
Let them into your world, and share experiences with them. I mean, we all have stuff that we face in our real estate business that we learned from, that we could share, and and I mean, that's going to make the public aware that of all the stuff that we do behind the scenes that they usually don't see.
Hey, this is what happens when you don't listen to me.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
if you do like morning meditation or devotional or something like that, like I think sharing that kind of stuff not only like helps put some goodness out there, you know, people engage with that.
Yeah, please.
I have a question. Can I ask?
Or political posts.
Most stuff.
Or religious, yeah, either one.
Dude, I was
Like
like,
if,
so cool.
sometimes I see a article that is on the real estate and it's posted,
Stretch the muscle and see.
reposted.
See,
How dangerous is that?
Start
Or,
right there.
like, does it, if you reposted it
see that?
or shared it, doesn't it go back to
Pump it
them?
up.
I mean,
Wow.
it helps their post out. What types of shares? Like,
Well, so Ed goes from his business page. We all have open houses this weekend. So
Okay.
he puts it on Prestige Homes. You know, like go see Allison at this address and this address at this time and this time, and then I'll repost it. But now I'm wondering if I should be making that post
So
from
it's
my
separate.
page also
Yeah.
instead of, because we've just been sharing it. So he'll share it from his business
Yeah, that's what we're trying to
and then
understand.
to his personal.
okay.
And then whichever one I end up seeing in my feed first, which is probably his personal page first, then I
Right.
share it from there on my personal page.
And we
And
tag
I feel like people aren't seeing it, and I'm now realizing.
people in the post too, like who's going to be at the open house. Does that
Well, because it's
help or
out
not
there.
help?
See, I wanted to send, like,
The open house.
Well, just like post like on the business page, if we tag the people that are part of whatever we're posting about, does that help?
It's just going to be shown to those people that you tag,
Not to their friends.
not their friends, unless they're commenting and sharing.
Okay,
it and
okay.
things
So that
like
explains why it's not getting the traction. We thought that when you tag somebody on your business post, it puts it out on their feed.
No,
Okay.
the person that you tag,
It
like,
puts it in their feed, but it doesn't show it to their
Personal feed.
friends.
Yeah,
yeah, it doesn't
unless they
show
engage.
it
Oh,
unless they're
there-
engaging.
Here we go, Ed.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got to get
I'm just glad you
engagement.
came today.
Okay. So is it okay to share from the business page or not okay to share from the business page?
Yeah, I mean that's okay. I don't think it's.
But is it better to
optimal.
share
Yeah,
or is
what
it better
would
to
be
just do
ideal?
your own post?
I would do my own post. I would do a live video. I would go out the day before the open house and
Okay.
show the house, do a live video, say, hey, we'll be out here tomorrow if you'd love to come see it.
Okay.
That's going to get more engagement. More people are going to see it.
So if you're, so I mean, from what I'm hearing and talking with a lot of people before today,
everybody keeps saying, you know, groups, and that's really what you should do. Like I made a business page to start with and have my personal page clogged with, you know, everything, because there's a lot of posts you're doing. And so I mean, I get what you're saying about the 80-20 and all that. Like I'm on board with that. And I'm fine with, you know, making groups and all that. But you're saying you still need a lane to be able to pay and have things sponsored, but all that kind of stuff. But that only comes from your business page, right?
Right.
So it's like you're maintaining then 3 separate venues in Facebook between groups and your personal page and your business page. Like to me, I feel like the business page has like so little worth except for the fact that you can
Boost it.
Yeah.
But how crucial is that? I guess kind of going back to what Ed is saying, if you're having to, maybe you only have so much time and you're having to focus on one of those 3 lanes in Facebook for that moment to post somewhere, like where would you say, or just maybe variety it up? I mean, last time I did this, maybe I did this, or
Yeah, it's
like, I'm just trying to figure out if I need to just get rid of my business page altogether, or.
And I got a question that kind of ties into that too. When you boost a Facebook post, does it like you get to reach out to people that aren't even on your friends list? Does it like it shoots out to people in the area?
It's an ad. Yeah.
So that's probably going to be something really good for like tourist season.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot of people around here
And you get targeted.
that
you
you don't. That's right.
But that would be with your dropping a pin situation. Because if not, you have to know from where they came from, right?
They give you a demographic
Where they live.
It would be geo-targeting. It would be building the audience and their interests, and it would also be
So that's like nationwide then?
no.
Or
So
whatever you're
you
paying
can wherever you're
Yeah,
targeting.
I've boosted posts to the Northeast. When I have a good house that I think is a good retirement home, I boost it to the Northeast. I pick some big zip codes that I get referrals from, post it there.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it. If you got tourists coming in and you're targeting a specific area, as soon as they check in somewhere,
Yeah.
we know that data. Facebook knows that data. They know they're here.
As soon as they
And
drive
so they're
into
gonna throw
the
something up there
demographic.
that relates to it.
The phone picks up.
And that's
the
just
deal.
that's a whole other world that you don't even want to get into. I mean, you just that's why you pay Justin
That's
to do
a,
it, right?
that's
'Cause
a full
his
day
world.
class,
But,
and maybe a week. It's,
But just to kind of answer your question, like the page is necessary for purposes of marketing. Okay, if you want to advertisements and things like that, you don't need to pay attention to like putting content on there, except for every once in a while, maybe just to show that it's active, right? Everybody visits your page and they go, oh, okay, it's still active, but it's not something you give your attention to necessarily. Your attention should always go to your profile page, and I think the paradigm shift that was trying to be made today is like quit thinking of it as my personal fun place to live. Like you're a business person, you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur. Leverage this as a tool to where you're doing 90% business, even though it looks like 90% you, personal, it's 90% business, 10% you're connecting with family and friends. 90% of it is I'm putting stuff out there to benefit my business. You leverage the tool. And so as an example, Justin, he might do a story like he just did. Hey, I'm at the beach with the family and something or another. And I'm going, oh, that's cool. That's not, I'm not going to go, oh, screw him, at the beach and I'm not, kind of thing. I don't want to follow him anymore, right? But then, and that's, maybe that's 10% of that 80%, right? But then the other stuff that he's posting is value that he's giving away. And value is strictly something I might have learned today. And like he spoke about earlier, extracting a lesson from an experience. It might just be something that dropped in your brain while you're at the gym or dropped in your brain while you're praying or something like that. And you just put it out there and all you're doing is giving away. And that's the game. When people start seeing that you're giving away freely, they're going to look at you as a credible source and they're going to come to you whenever they need something from you in your industry or realm of expertise. Or maybe they just want to engage with you. That's gonna affect your edge ranking and your affinity because they're engaging with you because you're just giving something away that has nothing to do with EXP or real estate, right? And so you're gonna become this credible source. And then you get the 10% or 20% where you get to throw out something that has to do with business. And now they're gonna pay more attention because you've built so much trust and consistency with them that they're gonna pay attention to your business posts. But the main thing I was gonna get up here and share was when I first started working with Justin, I hated social media. I never wanted to touch it. I knew it's just for business, right? He changed my paradigm and said, you need to start just doing this, that, and the other, what he's sharing today. But I want to take some of the pressure off of you guys. Like, for me, it didn't start with 1 to 2 posts a week, definitely not 1 to 2 posts a day. But what he's saying is that's something that you're going to reach at some point. That's the goal. Don't expect to do it now. Just work at doing like 1 every other day, 1 a week even is a good start. And it's just a muscle that you're going to train. Pretty soon it's going to get really easy. Like the other day, I did a live photo or live video, had some written stuff in there that was like maybe 2 paragraphs, and I put it up in a matter of a minute or 2, whereas it would have taken me a half hour, a month or so ago. It's just something that you're going to learn. So I just wanted to take the pressure off. Move in that direction, but don't expect to, take Rome in a day, kind of thing. So,
yeah. And the point is to attract people to you. I have people that reach out to me to ask me to help them from social media. I don't even have to reach out to them. I have people reaching out to me because of using this.
So the business page, should it be more like your billboard where you just put every open house, every listing, everything in, so that way you've got all that content in there, but you're just not putting it out to the world? So that way if someone wants to like Google you and check your business page out, they can see that you've done a lot of business, but you're not pumping it out there.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what the business page is for?
Absolutely.
Just to document your business.
Yeah.
So you don't need to worry about personal stuff in your business page.
Right.
Or that extra content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we're going live right now, and we're going to use this live video from our business page.
Cool.
We're going live from our business page. And we're going to use it to boost it, and people can see what I taught on today. They're going to get engaged. We're going to help them, and then we're going to tell them to click below, because we have a social media boot camp that we're doing next week. This is my plug. And it's going to have a link, exclusive.socialbrandsyndicate.com. So I'm going to give away a free lesson, free piece of value to get people engaged, and then I'm going to lead them to the next step in the funnel. And that is go to exclusive.socialbrandsyndicate.com. From there, it's going to have another video that explains the social media boot camp and what we're talking about. And they're going to click a button, and it's going to go to a mini chat messenger bot that's going to subscribe them to. And that bot is going to talk them through buying the course. And I don't have to touch it. It's just a lot of cool things you can do like that I can get into, but
I want that set up, but it makes them sign a listing agreement.
there you go. There you go. You could do that.
Oh yeah, I just sell my house. I'm like, I'm on the way.
I have a chat bot on my my real estate page that will pre-qualify a buyer or seller.
Really?
Yeah.
Can people tell those? Because I've heard that's like the real big thing right now is like the chat bot comes on and he's like, kind of qualifying and stuff like that.
Well, at any time, Justin Gray can jump in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you're getting all the notifications that someone's chatting with you.
Yep.
And I guess if you see that they start to pick up that it's a bot, you just jump in it.
Yeah. I mean, most people don't care that it's a bot.
Right.
They would rather
deal with the bot than get sold.
Yeah, they'd rather go online and do it all themselves than have someone help them.
So is that connected to a specific lender?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you mean? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll say that.
Yep. Cool. Anything else?
That was really good, bro.
Yeah, that was great.
Appreciate that, man. That's the best
Sure.
stuff. It's been explained.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.